In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing your
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Paz and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel are más o menos from the same generation, and we happen to think that it's the best one. So strap on in and wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore, while simultaneously complain about the utter filth that the Hollywood keeps pumping out. How's everybody doing? Apparently, my microphone was unmuted during the whole intro.
You are correct.
So you just heard me slurping?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Like, oh, that sounds good to me.
I tried to warn you in the chat.
No, that's what
I thought it muted
saw
everybody
your message.
automatically when you do an intro like that.
It's supposed to, baby! But I guess something happened. How do you guys like my new camera angle?
I like it.
Is it better?
It is better. I need to get a new camera angle too.
I feel like it might be too high. It feels uncomfortable. I'm just haven't adjusted to looking up when I talk to camera yet. But I also didn't like how the lower camera, you had the ceiling light shining directly into it.
Yes.
Like if it just goes up a little bit. That's gross.
Yep.
And so I went higher, bought a little extension
Nice.
thing,
I
and
think it looks
pointed
nice,
it down. We'll see.
Yeah.
Didn't notice. Wow,
nice.
Mark. Okay. You're supposed to notice. You're supposed to notice that kind of stuff. Mark. I shouldn't have to fish for compliments. Jeez.
That's fair.
What do we pay you for? Oh, wait.
But
Mark Clark's paid you.
that's right.
Super Bowl is is it still? Oh, we're still in the third quarter.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that started like at 4. Apparently, you could you could be watching the Super Bowl right now, and we appreciate you not doing that. Watching
Go
us.
Red Sox.
I think that's a baseball team, David.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Close enough.
I think I don't know sports, but I know the Red Sox are baseball.
They are baseball. You are correct. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia
Mark
Eagles.
did not watch Severance or Invincible. Dude, this was the best episode of
Oh my gosh.
I totally
You need a
forgot
hot
Invincible
Severance
happened.
yet. Mark's being a little prude. I don't think Severance is very exciting.
Holy crap. This episode, man,
Dude, this episode
you cannot
nuts.
make that argument anymore.
No.
So you can only make the argument because you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh
Mark.
my gosh.
Justin's going to be late. But, I wonder what Justin's watching right now instead of us. Justin. Look, it doesn't even look like it's going to be, it's 0-27. Like, that can't be an interesting game anymore.
There's still time. They can come back.
There's one quarter left. That's one.
Yep.
Hey, it's a typical BYU game.
That's three touchdowns and two field goals, right?
I thought our touchdown was.
Oh, you like Severance? I'm sorry, Mark. You were complaining about Silo, not Severance. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I jumped the gun. I got you so used to you being so negative all the time. Gosh, my throat is just needing to be cleared constantly right now. If my version of the Super Bowl is hosted by Cthulhu, you would be right. What is this? What are we talking about?
Oh,
you're responding
Mark,
to some comment.
Yeah, Mark says I was.
I brought it up and then I realized it was from you, and I could have just asked.
Mark said I was playing a board game version of the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
I was
okay.
playing Cthulhu Death May Die, one of our favorite games. So
We got
good.
Charles in the chat, but he's driving, so I hope he's not typing and driving.
Or watching.
Yeah.
Go text and drive, baby.
Charles.
You gotta be safe.
Driving
on
to
them
Texas.
travels.
Why are you driving to Texas? I thought you were going to Brazil. Is your flight leaving from Texas, or did you have to check in with your army? I don't know how your army works.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brazil. He's using voice to speech. Got it. Okay.
Okay.
It was horrible. I liked Severance. Yeah, Severance was good, man. I can't believe you didn't watch this episode. So you might have to tune out. We'll do some news for. How long can you stay, Steven?
Not too long, unfortunately, but we can do some news first.
We won't be able to put. I'm just saying we won't be able to put it off forever. We're gonna have to talk about Severance because that's why Steven's here.
Correct. I have to talk about it. I've been dying to talk about it since season 2 started.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Flight leaves from Dallas. Did I miss anything else in the chat? It was Silo the board. I'm sorry, Mark. I apologize. This is the first time I've ever been wrong in my life, and you're lucky. You've just become witness to the first apology I've ever issued. So you should feel honored. You should feel honored.
It shows you're not very good at it.
Cool.
Dang, shots fired.
Yeah.
Cool beans, David. Thanks for that.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Oh, dang. I'm going to have to skip this story because I was hoping Jared was going to be here so I could make fun of him about saying tariffs don't work. They worked within 6 hours, Jared.
Yep.
It took 6 hours for the tariffs to work. Trying to fight me on my own show. Okay, skip this one. Okay, we'll show one of the memes. We might have to bring it back if Jared shows up. But here we go.
Yeah.
Historic. A man wins argument with a woman. There we go.
Wow.
Tariffs.
And I don't know anybody that likes that guy. I saw a clip from Canada's Got Talent or something, and with some magician, and he's doing a shuffle thing, and he's like, "I'm gonna do this the Prime Minister shuffle," and he just does this fancy thing, and he's like, "It looks fancy, but it does absolutely nothing."
I mean,
it's Trudeau. And it's hilarious. It was a good joke.
He's done blackface more than David has. So,
yep.
Shots fired.
That's why I can never run for public office. There is photo evidence of me doing blackface.
Your brother will call you out on all your crap. I like it.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you guys been keeping up with the whole USAID stuff?
No,
I have not.
So Doge, Elon Musk is head of Doge, Department of Government Government Efficiency, whatever. The internet is super mad at them because they're exposing corruption. One of the first this happened last week. I can't believe you guys don't know this. So they're auditing the government to make sure because the Congress hasn't passed an audit for the last 10 years. They just say, "Oh, I don't know where all of your tax money went. Oops, we didn't keep track." And so Elon Musk is exposing that. The first thing they looked into was USAID. It's 90% corruption and 10% aid. Okay, $200 million for Moroccan pottery classes. $2 million promoting tourism in Lebanon. $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq.
Yeah, I saw this on the.
Whoa!
They paid to send Ukrainians to Paris Fashion Week. $1.5 million for DEI programs in Serbia. $70,000 to make a DEI musical in Ireland. $50,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. $2 million for paying for sex changes in Guatemala.
Wow.
We're funding tourism in Egypt, and we're spending millions of dollars to hire disabled Kazakhstani people to be climate leaders, and we spent $15 million sending the Taliban condoms. That's on top of the $30 million that they just after this they found $30 million spent on drop shipping condoms to Gaza.
What the heck, man?
And
that's insane.
And people are mad about it. Oh, no one voted for Elon Musk. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I literally did.
We all did.
Yep.
This is exactly what I voted for.
The press secretary.
And this was at the beginning of the week. The list has gotten longer since then.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
So
I did remember about the audit that was happening, but I didn't.
Yeah, turns out USAID funded Gamergate.
Wow.
They also apparently that anti-Mormon Netflix TV show.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
The one.
Yeah,
I've actually heard it's a really good show. I've heard it's a really good show, and I kind of want to watch it, but it's extremely historically inaccurate and super biased against Mormons. Like they paint Brigham Young as this evil warlord who wanted to, who executed all of the Mountain Meadows massacre. The truth is, he did everything in his power to stop the Mountain Meadows massacre. Okay.
Yep.
And the only reason it happened is because those people came in and kidnapped and raped a bunch of the children.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Mormons, together with the Indians, retaliated. Okay. This one's getting demonetized. 99. Thank you, Mark, for our USA.
You just monetized it. Thank you
for $10. Yes.
Add that to the list, man.
It's not an anti-Mormon show. I've actually heard it's a really good show. It's a Netflix TV show. And it's from the perspective of the people who get massacred by the Mormons.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it because it sounds crazy.
The writer has come out and said this is all made up. None of this is historically accurate, and the entire show was funded by USAID.
Wow,
crazy.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
it's crazy the things that USAID was paying for.
Yeah,
this is
There's been a lot.
I said this was the beginning of the week, and it got way worse after this. And I just there's so much to cover, so we can't cover it all.
That's crazy. That's a lot of tabs,
right?
Let's get that one.
Jeez,
that one was just a.
How do you keep all that straight?
There's too much.
About
too
tab
much. I ordered. I got them in order. Okay. Here's some. So away from the political stuff, we'll get back to it. Trust me. We have a release date for Andor Season 2, April 22nd.
Ooh.
I'm excited. It's the only Star Wars show I care about.
Why does it look like he's starring in
I don't know.
3?
I don't like the image. I really don't.
That's exactly what I thought of. That's it. I still haven't even seen episode 1, season 1 yet.
Yes, they were spread. It was some of the funding went to paying atheist missionaries around the world. Yes, it's bizarre.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
It's oh man. If you want to get into NGOs and all that bullcrap, I could go on forever, but I won't. So Andor's coming back soon. It perfectly filled up a little gap that we had no programming. So.
Yay!
We'll have to find a way to watch that.
Right?
Because I'm not paying Disney for it.
Right? Okay. That's why I haven't seen Andor Season 1.
I will have the episodes on my drive. So.
Oh, wonderful. I wonder how they got there. Paid for them, right?
I will pay for them and then record them. So.
Yeah.
Definitely. So this will happen right before the Dunk and Egg show. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Right. That's
exactly. That's the thing. I'm not gonna give money to Disney either. So more news. Okay, we gotta move these. Hold up. just gonna move these to the back in case Jared ever shows up. Then we can make fun of him. Okay. Marvel is apparently considering bringing Jonathan Majors back as Kang, which is just the worst choice ever.
Right?
Look, if he was like a good actor, I could understand them. Oh, okay, well, maybe we'll bring him back. But I hated his performance.
Yeah.
Every second of Kang, there wasn't a single good part of it for me.
Yeah, he wasn't great in the role. I haven't seen the whole thing. I saw the Loki TV show he was in. But,
yes.
And I saw all of his clips from the Quantumania, whatever.
Dude, the MCU is in such a shambles right now. Like,
yeah, it is.
It's they're doing. They have Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. It's so bad. It's
the
like,
only way
so
they can
desperate.
get people to come. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a desperation move.
Okay, look, it's now the Super Bowl is now 0-34. If you're still watching that, like I don't know what's up.
Yeah.
But I thought everything was rigged to let the Kansas City Chiefs win.
That's what I heard.
Because you gotta get your Swifties to pay for football.
They got called out. Now they're like, oh, we gotta let the Eagles win.
Yeah, we'll talk about the trailer. I thought it looked like garbage.
It's also very confusing because they're going for like an old retro vibe, futuristic.
Yes. So
vibe.
it takes place in an alternate universe, and it's gonna be multiversal. Their inclusion in the rest of the MCU is multiversal. It's retarded.
It's absolutely horrible. The Fantastic Four and the X-Men. People have been asking Disney for year to include them in the MCU.
It's too late,
though. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's too late. They're Marvel's original superhero. Like they're the first ones. Yeah. So because they didn't exist in the MCU already, it doesn't make sense. So they're gonna have to multiverse them into this.
Yeah.
Just like honestly, just can the entire MCU. Just start from scratch. Just start from Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I'd be reinvested if we just said, okay, this is so bad, we're starting over.
Yeah. I admit I haven't watched hardly anything after that.
Do Ultimate Marvel. You can call it the Ultimate
Do it
MCU.
That would be great.
That would be fantastic. It doesn't even have to be, the ultimate stories or whatever. But just start over. Honestly, going back and reading comics and stuff from the very beginning, it was a connected universe all the time. There were crossovers, there were other things like you didn't. You were living in a world with lots of other superheroes all over the place, and even though they didn't show up, they were still referenced.
Yeah,
they could have done. They could have had the Fantastic Four in the MCU already, just referencing them.
Right,
but they never did.
As unexcited as I am for the Superman movie, I will say it's the correct choice to start a universe where superheroes just exist, because then you don't run into this problem. You can tell a Superman story, and then later on, if you decided, hey, we actually wanted to do I know Fantastic Four is not part of the DCU. It's an analogy, okay? Hey, we want to do a Fantastic Four movie. Oh, but we forgot to introduce them. It's baked into the pie. Yep. The problem with starting with all these origin stories is you have to retroactively change. Make changes when you want to introduce new characters, like the Eternals, which made no sense.
Didn't watch that one either.
It was awful, baby.
I heard bad things. I was like, nope.
But yeah, I mean,
terrible.
Look at the Avengers movies. They made the Avengers movies, and they introduced characters in there, and then they had their own standalone movies later, right?
Right.
They could have done it that way. But anyway. It's a mess. I agree. And so is DC.
They should have used they could have used the Thanos snap and resetting of the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
To come up with an excuse to introduce all these new characters that they want to start with, like the Fantastic Four. Like, oh, we brought everything back, but it changed, and now there's whatever.
I think that was their plan with Kang. It was going to merge the timelines or something. And then
Yeah, no, their plan
all of a
was
sudden
to
we have
do. Their plan
mutants
was
and
always
crap.
to do multiversal bullcrap, which is just
Yes.
it's so boring.
It's so dumb. I don't care. Get rid of it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
DC's
Fantastic, the two movies we got aren't terrible. I actually like
agree.
the second one better. In spite,
I think the third movie's the best. I don't know what you're talking.
there's no third movie. Dude. No, I'm saying
There is a third movie, and it's awful. It's a reboot.
Oh,
It's not a
that's
sequel.
that's not.
That's right,
but
that's
it's
right,
not
yeah.
Fantastic Four 3. Okay.
Yeah, right.
No.
Goodness, you dummy. I haven't even seen that one. I have not seen
I
that
didn't
one
either.
yet.
I think
Miles,
it's-
Miles Teller one, right? That's a shame because Miles Teller, was he fantastic?
I don't remember.
Was he
I
Mr.
tried to-
Fantastic?
I tried
That's
to
a.
forget
I love
everything.
Miles Teller. That's a horrible casting. If Miles Teller was Mr. Fantastic,
Well, so is Pedro Pascal.
that's worse. Okay.
Right.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see, I guess. But I don't have much hope for it.
Fantastic Four 2005. Nope, that was the original one.
He's Mr. Fantastic.
2015.
That is awful. That is horrible casting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, what's her face as Sue Storm? That's not terrible.
Oh yeah.
Also, Vanessa
Yeah.
Kirby. I think she's I think she's great for Sue Storm. I also think what's his bucket, the bear guy is great casting for the thing.
Yeah,
That
I
was
agree.
the one thing I liked in the commercial is he like dipped his finger in some sauce and tasted it and like, oh yeah.
That was really good. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Johnny Storm guy. He's
No.
he's fine. I just haven't seen a lot of him other than the one season of Stranger Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's fine. I'm sure he'll do. Pedro Pascal, man, I just can't get behind that. That's
Yeah, me
awful
neither.
casting.
He's everywhere. Get him out of
and
here.
I hate this. Sorry, this picture should have been up this whole time. We were talking about it. I also fully understand it's comic book accurate. The eyebrows
Yes.
thing, okay?
Yes.
It's accurate to some of the comic books, okay? I always thought it looked stupid then too. There are a couple versions of the eyebrows that look good. This is not one of them, and the reason why is because he has no jawline.
Yeah.
I hate it. It looks so freaking dorky. This is not my thing. This is not my president, okay? Let's see if I can find the thing.
I don't know. I like his eyebrows.
But he just
I have
looks,
mixed feelings.
he looks like
It
a
looks
dork.
good.
He doesn't look intimidating at all.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know. I'd be intimidated if I saw that in real life. That's
No, he's also really small too.
yeah.
The ting.
I think
the
they are normally like angled more or longer or something, if I remember right.
No, like there are
I mean, look at this
instances.
original.
There are instances where he's got these funky eyebrows, and it looks kind of silly. There's a couple where he's got eyebrows, but his jaw also comes down in a really like masculine manner that I really enjoy. This is much better. That's way better. I'm gonna try and find
That does
it.
look good.
I know that looks the same to me.
But this just looks dorky, man. And he's got a tiny head. His head is
Yeah,
so
the
small.
small head with the huge eyebrows are just.
I'm just
huge.
not a fan. Not a fan. Let's see.
I don't mind it
Ugh.
honestly.
See, I get it. It's comic book accurate, and I don't like it. I never liked it when they did this in the comic books.
I don't like that. Woo. That's funny.
There was it might be in the comments. I thought I remember someone having posted a picture that I liked. See, I don't like that. I don't like it.
It's fine.
But this was like a week ago when it got sent, and so now the picture's gone. But it's just not my favorite thing. Not my
Get it?
favorite.
This is not my favorite thing.
That's good.
Goodness gracious. Where is the... I like this much better, but... Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to find it while we're streaming, but...
I know. I get what you're saying. It does look a little goofy, but I don't
It
mind
looks
it.
goofy.
I already agree with you, David. Looks goofy. I don't mind it.
You guys are goofers. All right, but we can't spend the whole time talking about news because Steven
We gotta
can't
talk.
stay for forever.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
If you haven't
So-
seen Severance season 2, episode 4, come back later.
Unless you don't care about spoilers.
yeah, we'll talk Severance.
Where are my notes?
Real quick.
I don't have notes.
Unless I can
I
find
made
a
notes
picture.
this time.
And then we'll go
That's
back.
smart,
We'll
man.
go
I
back to
typically do that.
news.
I should have done that. Oh well. Regrets.
Here. This one isn't the best example, but like these eyebrows work for me because his chin is also pronounced. But when he's got eyebrows and just a rounded little bottom mouth, like he just looks so dorky. Anyway, that's
Okay.
me.
I see what you're saying.
I'll see if I can find the
I
one
think it's
like.
fine though.
All right, Severance, baby. We got. Oh,
Okay.
baby.
So
Let's go.
first off,
Chinese storm.
this episode, so much happened. We got some questions answered, and a theory that I'm glad we were right about was confirmed.
Woo! We
Also,
called it.
like,
Okay,
what the crap is going on?
can
and,
we wait before we get there?
okay,
We
hold
gotta
on,
talk
hold on.
about. Okay.
It's weird. It's very weird, but also it's very weird episode considering how we ended the previous episode.
Uh-huh.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it was not. It was
lost.
definitely a choice. I was like, okay, we're gonna. Oh, we're not addressing it at all, and then it is addressed, and you're like,
Kind
oh,
of,
okay,
yeah.
it takes time.
Yeah, that's presumably the reintegration is a process, which
Yes,
was
obviously.
not apparent. They could have solved it with one sentence saying, "Okay, after this happens, you're going to start to."
No, but I
feel this
liked
thing,"
it.
or so- I
Here's the
don't know.
thing, I liked that they didn't address it at all. 'Cause
Yes!
because
Yes!
it recaptured the feeling which we haven't gotten for a long time of season 1, where you. But just go back 3 years ago, okay? You're watching Severance for the first time, season 1, and you're just like, what? Remember that feeling, David? That's what this episode did because they didn't
This
address
episode
it.
still had that.
It starts off with
Yep.
what are we doing? What is going on? And then halfway through the episode, you're like, oh, okay. I'm glad they didn't address it. Here we go.
Yeah,
Boom. This works for me because he's got a jaw.
yeah, I
There
got
you
you.
go.
That is a good thing. It's not the eyebrows I don't like. It's the eyebrows with his like, I'm a little baby boy and I've got funny eyebrows and my head is too small for my body. I'm a king. You can clip that if you want.
Nice.
This is a good one too. This is not as pronounced. The
Nice.
jaw. I like when his jaw comes out, when it's like unworldly how big his jaw is. I really like that. That's kind of a natural jawline look.
Yeah,
But anyway, Severance.
I got you.
Because he woke up in Woe's Hollow.
Yeah,
Obviously, we were expecting this to address the reintegration,
Yes,
and it
we
doesn't.
did.
And I think that was a fantastic choice because when it does happen, when they're banging,
And that was one thing I did not like about the episode, but yes.
but
yeah.
But in that,
when she turns into his wife, was fantastic,
agreed.
and it wasn't overly graphic.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
We didn't see a lot. We didn't see any thrusting.
Yes.
That's the kind of tasteful love scene that I'm okay with. Okay,
I agree.
Yep. Could have been a lot worse.
and it's not just there to we're gonna have a sex scene. It's absolutely there for a reason, and
And
it
it blows
does
my
make the
mind.
story more effective.
Yes.
It blows my mind, by the way, because that whole sequence is like, it's not Helly R.
Yes.
It's Helena. It's like,
Yeah. So
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
So it's like,
doubly.
Now we gotta talk about the Helen
Yeah,
R.
yeah.
Helena
yes,
stuff,
brings into that. Oh my
which I
gosh.
called. Okay, I need to know really quickly because I know that I'm the one who brought it up. Did anyone else have that same thought, or was it
100%? Yeah.
okay?
100%.
So
And she lied. I was
it's
like, nope.
obvious. It's obvious that the show wanted you to be guessing the whole time, right? They wanted you to be thinking, "Hey, is this Helen or is this Helena?"
Right.
Right? That was like obvious. Okay,
Yes.
I'm not crazy then.
The actress did a really good job. Though,
Okay.
Can I just say, of being like, which personality am I right now?
Yeah.
And trying to fool the audience. Like, she did a really good job. There are only like a few little hints here and there.
Right.
Throughout each
But-
episode.
Yeah,
But she also did.
those
She
are
did
really
a really
good.
good job too and the showrunners did a really good job of saying, okay, maybe she's not who we thought she was, but she still could be.
Okay,
Right.
can
Both
I?
options.
Okay, just as long
were
as we're.
possible.
It wasn't just that I had the thought and then you guys all latched onto it. We all had the same thought when we watched
No,
episode 1, right?
I wrote
Yes.
it down.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. My
Can-
wife and I had a whole conversation on it for like 2
Okay.
hours after.
I love my wife to death. Okay? She is the apple of my eye.
She thought
She
you were
had
crazy.
no clue. Because
Wow.
she was behind. So she just started season 2 this week and watched all 4 episodes in a row.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, she watched the first episode last week and then 3 episodes this week. And I was like, "Oh, so what do you think? What do you think is going on?" And she never brought up the fact that she didn't. And I was like, was she not paying attention? Is this not a thing? She's like, I thought it was really weird that she decided to lie about what happened outside. And I was like, yeah, it was really cool because, and then I stopped myself. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
there's something that she didn't say, and she's about to watch episode 4.
Yeah.
And like that, like if you didn't catch, I don't know how on earth you possibly could have not caught on.
Well,
That
I did talk to another friend about the show, and this was just after episode 1, and I said we were talking about it. I'm like, so that's totally her innie, or her outie, right? She's not her innie, and he's like, I didn't think about that, but I think you're right.
But
Can I just
But yeah,
Say-
as the episodes
Here's the
went
thing.
on, it was like
I understand
more
someone
episodes.
maybe not thinking that after the first episode, but the second episode is literally teasing anyone who was thinking that. They're like, ooh, now she has a reason why, because she was making googly eyes, okay? So I refrained from, I stopped myself from talking to my wife and let her finish, and then she texted me. She's like, okay. How did you know? And I was like, because it was freaking obvious, okay?
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
the reason why it worked so well, though, is because we didn't know. We knew that it was a possibility,
Right.
And that's what made it so much better. It wasn't. I don't think you could call it a plot twist unless you didn't catch on, like my wife.
It's a minor plot twist. I mean,
But it was a potential plot twist that they were making fun of you the whole time. They were like, hey. Or it was dangling keys saying, "Hey, this is a possibility, and you don't know which side of the coin it is." We flipped a coin.
yeah.
The idea that a coin could have been flipped was more exciting than knowing which side it landed on.
Yes, exactly.
Can
And
I just say
the show did that masterfully.
I totally agree. And Irving in this episode was a complete boss.
Irving
Heck
I love
yeah.
how he was like the audience, like,
is the best
"What
character
now,
ever.
people? Do you see this girl's crazy?" And they're like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
And he's just,
100%.
everything we wanted them to talk
But
about, he would bring up.
he was
Oh, Irving.
absolutely
I love it.
the highlight of this episode.
Oh, he's a beast.
So what did he look like? What? The night gardener. I'm sorry. Oh, are we doing this
The
again,
night
Irving?
gardener.
Was he wearing a reflective jacket? Or was he wearing a reflective vest? Was he planting petunias? What was he wearing?
Did he have a flashlight?
Did he have a flashlight? The night gardener, Helen. So good. And then her being mean, and then him having that fever dream or whatever, and then coming back and saying, Helen,
That was trippy.
what you said was cruel. Helen was never cruel.
Yes.
It's like, yes! It was so good. And then he starts drowning.
Like, what are you doing, man? Dude.
It was such a good scene, though. He's like forcing
Yeah.
their hand. And it's all compounded by the fact that he just doesn't care anymore. Like, his whole reason for existing as an innie is gone now. And so he doesn't care, but he does care about them.
Yes.
And so he's like, kick me out. I don't care.
I don't
His
care.
Audi's going to be pissed. His Audi's going to be real upset because a spy or something,
well, I guess-
trying to
I
send
guess
him
it's
messages this whole time.
Right.
Probably, yeah. However, I really like what they are doing with the characters, because Irving in the first season, he was the one that was like, "This is my job. Kier is
my
amazing.
religion." Yes.
Yeah, this is my religion. Yeah, exactly. He was so devout, and he was always like, "We got to hit our numbers," you know.
Yep.
And then after what's his name, Bert left, he was just like
Changes.
the whole thing changes, and then it switches to having Zach Cherry's character be the one that's like, okay, we got to hit
For
these
a
numbers
very good reason.
because
Let's burn this place to the ground.
I've got
Those are my
to
favorite things.
yes,
Because I've got a wife and kids that are counting on me to not be a failure
yeah,
outside.
Right.
exactly.
Yep.
So that was fantastic how they kind of swapped roles a little bit.
Yeah, they really did.
But
I wanna
David,
talk-
well, no. You can't just say swapped roles and not acknowledge that it wasn't just Irving and what's his name?
Zach Cherry's character.
It wasn't just Irving and Zach Cherry's
Ryan?
character, whose name we don't ever remember.
Yeah,
Oh, seriously.
But also, the other reason why I can't understand why no one caught on, and by no one I mean my wife, is that Mark and Helen's roles were reversed this season. Mark was not the driving force of season 1. It was Helen. He went along
true. Yes.
with the mystery,
Yes.
but she was the one trying to find the answers.
Correct.
And
Yeah, he was still
And-
the main character though.
and these 4 episodes,
He's still the
yeah, he's the main character, but she's the catalyst. She's the
Yes.
one who is rebelling and searching for these answers.
Yes.
And these 4 episodes, those roles were completely reversed. There wasn't a single scene where Helen provided information that they didn't already know, and she's following every single scene. She's following Mark. Mark is the one who's driving for answers because now he knows about his wife.
Yep.
That was your
And-
first red flag.
And the I already had this conversation last night with him. She's like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "Because literally everything pointed to that."
Yeah.
I'm glad it was addressed so early on in the season.
She's
I
like,
thought
"Wow,"
maybe
you
I got
and then she's like, "Wow, you really pick up on themes really well." I was like, "It's almost like I was paid to do that as a comedian every week, Stephanie."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's almost like it was my job to recognize themes. Yeah.
So I want to talk about his fever dream while he's freezing out in the wilderness.
So that's the problem, though,
super-
right? And I was afraid this whole episode was a fever dream, and it was part of his reintegration. But I'm glad that it's not, right? It was like him just trying to process balancing between two worlds because he's seeing this vision of himself too, and
Yes.
and I'm glad that that's not the case. But then it does go into the dream sequence, and you're like, I don't know how much of this is artsy fartsy or if it means something.
I think it
not
definitely means something, but I don't know if it just meant something to his subconscious or if it actually means something external to the world, right?
That's a problem. It's a dream
find
sequence.
some interesting stuff happens. So, like, what the heck was up with that book? That was
Yeah,
super
right, the
weird,
book.
right? But they're going to this place called Woe's Hollow, right?
I
Which
love
is one of the
that the
4
characters
tempers.
brought it up. They're like, wait, this story is insane.
Yeah.
What's the point of this story? They went out into
Yeah.
the woods and he melted for pleasuring himself. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to ask, like, I wonder what the purpose of all that was. But anyway, that being said, they're going to this forest called Woe's Hollow, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the area they camp. And that Woe is one of the 4 tempers, right?
Correct.
And so
Sorry,
you-
woe is one of the 4 whats?
the 4 tempers that they're
Or
talking about.
tempers.
So this is something I want to.
Sorry, I must have missed that.
Hinted
What?
out a couple times. So I've done a lot
okay.
of research in
I
between.
got
everything.
I remember what you're talking about now.
Good job,
so-
David.
So going back, there's 4 tempers that Kier's talked about. Cobell has recited a poem or something like "Tame in Me, the Tempers 4" or something like that.
Mhm.
And they're Woe, malice, fear, and something else. I don't remember. But they're all negative emotions. I forget the fourth one. But woe is one of the. And by the way, those correspond to the different buckets that they are sorting data into. They correspond to the 4 tempers.
Oh.
Anyway, so this story is about Kier or whatever overcoming woe or tempering that emotion within himself or something. And so this bride, and I've looked at a lot of
I don't think you've
don't
seen
you dare get us off topic, Mark.
You haven't seen The Great Gatsby, right? My Great Gatsby. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
I don't think I would have shown you that.
So this bride is supposed to represent woe, one of the 4 tempers, and she's actually.
How did they describe her? She was. She didn't say she was a gaunt bride who was half the height of a regular man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Super creepy. But she's in some of the art in the museum. You got to go back and watch it.
I still haven't rewatched season 1.
She's in some of the museums. Yeah.
Going back
in the museums or some of the.
This is the tallest waterfall in the world.
Yeah.
And they all just look up. Okay, this is the tallest waterfall.
Yeah, we don't know any different.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. So yeah, this girl is supposed to represent.
Hey, Aldan, thanks for tuning in, man.
And has this vision where he sees what's his bucket, Bert, and he's obviously sad because he's left, right? That he shut the door or shut the partition between their relationship with each other, right?
Yeah.
And so he's experiencing woe, and so it's kind of symbolic, at least to him, that that's something that he's gone over. He's had to, I guess, temper that emotion within himself and overcome that feeling. And after he has that experience, that dream, he's like, okay, I need to. And the other thing about the dream is he sees the stuff on the computer, right? And they're sorting stuff, and all of the letters disappear except for EGN or something, or Egan. It kind of
spelled out
Egan, and so that was kind of what he.
I feel like I also feel like they definitely hid something in that scene that I didn't catch.
Oh, for sure.
With the words, and I was like,
we'll find it later.
That's the only thing I caught, was that it was kind of spelling.
I saw Egan as well.
So I was thinking that was, whether that actually means something in the world as a whole, I don't know. But it was definitely his subconscious dealing with the fact that he lost Bert and realizing that Helly was her outie and she must be an Egan, because he snaps out of that and he's like, okay, I'm done being depressed. I need to figure out what's going on. Helly's an imposter. Let's take care of this.
And then he was awesome. It was boss after that. It was so cool.
The eyebrows work if the chin also works. Okay? This looks good. This looks good. This looks like garbage. This looks dorky.
But look on the next one. That's his original look. One over to the right. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're not Okay, and I like this better. That's a little goofy too. That's too much jaw. It's got a massive underbite. That's better.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he goes nuts.
I agree what you're saying. But yeah, so that was what I took from the that trippy dream sequence.
Which was very well filmed, by the way. I'm a huge fan of the horror genre, and that was very well.
That was really good.
It was very well genred.
So another thing that I was reminded, because of this trippy thing, I was reminded of something in season 1 that hasn't come up again, and I was kind of curious about it. Remember in season 1 he was drifting off to sleep, and he had the black tar dripping from the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah.
So
the tar hasn't come back yet.
I think what that was is, again, his subconscious reminding him or trying to get to him of his outie, because his outie's always painting that black, all the black paint and stuff with the down arrow. I think that was just, again, his subconscious as he's asleep. he can be more influenced by his subconscious dreams and
Yeah,
stuff
so if
from
you
the
get
outside.
if your Audi goes to a hypnotist, and then you go inside and someone snaps their fingers inside of Lumen, does your sleeper cell agent activate or what?
Maybe so.
Supposedly not. Supposedly it only works with integration.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We already answered that
I
question.
think I think David's onto something with the subconscious. The subconscious
yes.
bleeds through to both personalities.
Yeah, and
That's fair.
it's only happened to Irving when he's been asleep. He's always been sleepy at work, and when he falls asleep, he sees that goo stuff. So Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
This show is absolutely incredible.
So, and we
sure.
skipped over something with Helen. If you go back, like
we skipped over everything. with
every
Helen. We
line
just
of
talked about Irving.
dialogue that she gives is just masterfully crafted to keep you guessing, even up to like her last line with Mark, where he says like, "Hey, were you lying when they're in bed?" And her answer is what, David?
I wasn't proud of my Audi.
I
Yes.
didn't.
Who I was.
I
or something?
didn't. I didn't
Who I was.
like who I was outside,
Right.
which could be either.
Yep.
But, I
Again,
mean, now we know who.
she-
But
so
what a great
if she
answer!
was
What a
telling the
great
truth-
answer as Helena.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't like
Right.
who, and that was the one time she was actually being honest.
Yeah.
I didn't like who I was outside, and so I took over Helen.
So, Alan, you just said you think she is being honest in that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think she was too.
Yeah.
Because if you look at every scene that
now
you
from
see her
Mark,
outside,
it's
she
really
looks miserable.
yeah, absolutely. So we've been talking. Our theory is that she wanted to take the place of her innie because she saw. Again, she's not getting that validation from her father, who's one of the Egans, right? Not the Egan. He's one of the Kiers. No, sorry, I had it the other way around. He's one of the
She
Egans.
doesn't like anything about her life, and somehow she has everything, and she doesn't like it's the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay,
Yes.
I'm a rich boy, and you're the son of a pauper, and I shouldn't want to be you. Okay, that's what this is.
Exactly.
And it's she has everything, and she's not happy, and she's found this innie who has nothing, who somehow found love.
That's everything.
And-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Wow. Yep.
That's man when when he's dunking. I'm gonna kill her, Mr. Milchek. I'm gonna kill her. She's going to die. And then she calls him. Was it Sean? Was that his name? She's like, just do it, Sean. He's like, yeah, Sean, just do it. Like that moment was like,
Yes. Yes. It's like, I knew it. That was the
I'm surprised-
validation one. Oh, man.
oh, Seth. It was Seth.
Seth.
Yeah, Seth. Why don't you do it? Like that was the ultimate. Like, oh, like we just gotcha.
Yeah.
Man.
There's no way that Helen B knew his name was Seth.
Yeah.
Man.
Also,
What they're doing.
okay, so
go
going
ahead.
back to the intimate scene,
Okay.
it was a good moment. It was a little bit weird though. The dialogue leading up to it is like, "Hey, I'm sorry if I'm distracting you."
Right?
Oh, no problem. You've done a lot helping me find my wife. Now I'm gonna make love with you.
Right?
Well, no, but
I agree.
It wasn't weird though because they've already had the conversation. He's already said, "Look, she's my Audi's wife. I like you."
It's true.
Yeah,
They already had the conversation.
I agree. It was just a little bit weird outside of the context of the show.
Well, it's David. That's
It's
the
supposed
point.
I agree. But yeah,
It's
it was really
supposed
good.
to be weird.
And now it's going to be really.
That's
tough.
I don't know if you're new to the genre of sci-fi, but that's what we take a normal thing and we make it weird. We take a weird thing and we make it normal.
Yeah.
That's all sci-fi is. All sci-fi
A lot of it, yeah.
boils down to taking
That was a good
something weird and
explanation.
making it normal, or taking something normal and making it weird.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I like it.
Yeah, but now I love the.
That
What we're
and
gonna see-
making sure that your thing has a chiseled jaw. Like this one. Here's a good one right here.
Oh, my
See,
word.
I like that one a lot. Oh, okay. Well,
No,
Nope,
now it's
gone.
gone.
that's gone.
But yeah, now I love what they're going to have to do now with their relationship going forward, because he just had this big intimate moment and heart to heart with what he thought was Helly.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Yep.
we all think that she was being honest in that situation, that she didn't like her outie self.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
she's also lied to everybody. So now
Yes.
how is Martin gonna
There's a
take
big problem there.
a big problem.
Look at that. That's a good shit.
That's a nice.
I like
a-
that a lot.
That's
I like
a good
that.
thing right there.
Okay.
I'm also curious to see where Dylan goes from here, because his character seems to be on a completely different path than where he was in the first season as well.
Yeah, again, like I said, he's more devoted to his job, but now he also realizes
this one
that
ended with I should have listened.
he was
I
wrong.
should
and
have
he should
listened.
So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here.
You're right. Oh man,
Oh.
What is,
the thing
okay.
that show does so well is it keeps that tension in every episode.
It's
There's
how-
tension.
Helena become
my
pregnant.
gosh.
That's exactly what Martina said during the scene. She's like, "What
think it would
happens
be-
if your Annie becomes pregnant?"
I
Oh
hope
my
not.
gosh!
I think it'd be way too cliche if
Yeah.
that happens. It would
I
be
agree.
interesting if like she never gets to turn back into Helena, and Helen is like, "Oh, I'm getting you banged someone else," you know. But that's like soap opera. That's not.
Yeah, I don't want. Please don't do that.
I don't like that. I don't like
Don't
that.
do that. I agree. Well, I unfortunately got to go, boys. but
I
that's-
don't like it when women are pregnant.
Yep. I think that's all I really had at the end of the.
It's gross.
Irving gets fired, so
Irving gets fired. Well,
Oh,
again,
okay.
he gets
There
fired
was so-
again.
two more questions that were raised with this.
Uh-huh.
One, okay, so at first when they first showed up, there's this big cliff face and then a big wide open field and nothing
they're all
else for
just-
expanse.
They're just yelling
And
at.
they're yelling at each other.
I'm on the ice. I'm on.
It was
Come up here.
echoing, it was echoing though, like they were in a canyon. So I
Right.
thought at first that they were in some sort of like simulation or something, and they were
Agree,
actually still inside Lumen. But now I'm not so sure. And if they're not in Lumen, then how the heck did they get their Audis over there and switch them without them knowing?
Right?
Well,
And,
they
like, I
switched.
don't-
They switched Irving on the spot. They unsevered him right there.
Right. So so did they just take all their Audis and say,
Yeah.
okay, we're
They
going to
said, "Hey, we're going to go on a field trip," and then they shut him off. And
That-
they
I feel
flipped
like
the switch.
I feel
Well,
like that
now,
would be
now
giving
we
too
know
much
like the elevator's not
information.
necessary. They can just flip a switch
I
on
agree,
and
David.
off.
Right.
I know, but I agree with David. That's
what?
going to cause a lot of issues with
That's,
their Audis.
that's giving too much information to their Audis. They're like,
Yep.
wait, you can just swap us. I guess they kind of already
They
know
already
that
know that.
because of the contingency.
Well,
They already
They-
their
contingency
Audis already know that. Their
This
Audis,
is true.
it'd be no different from driving to work at Lumen. There's hey, we're just gonna go drive into the woods and flip on a switch.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's true.
And then the other thing was,
But what a ballsy
Sure.
move to end episode 3 with, hey, we're finally going to get things going, and to start this episode with, not yet, suckers. Like,
yeah,
we're going to
they
go on
kind
a
of did.
field trip to
Yeah,
the woods, and then to have the audacity to still answer questions. That like, it was nuts. I loved
Yeah.
it.
I agree. I loved it.
What
Master.
do we
Yeah.
think of their twins? I don't know, man.
I
Nah,
don't know how much of that story is bullcrap, and
exactly.
I have no clue what to think of that.
Me either.
The other weird thing though is
That's the thing. You never know if it's just set
The-
dressing or if it's important.
yes, exactly.
But half the time, it's turned out to be important. So
I agree.
Right, like the paintings. We're like, these are super
Yes.
weird paintings, but they come back in with the four tempers. I'm like, holy crap, it all connects.
It all connects.
So,
they do a really good job. So you gotta be very
But-
close attention.
So one more thing is, it was really weird that they were hallucinating other versions of themselves pointing the way to go. So it adds another thing on top. Is that just part of their spiritual journey type of thing, and some
Well, that-
weird things happening, or
that
can
leads
they
me to think
physically
simulation.
manipulate?
Yes.
Well, that's initially why I thought it was simulation, and they were still inside Lumen, but they walked way too far to, unless
Maybe
there's
treadmill.
like some big underground caverns or something.
treadmill. Oculus
Maybe.
Rift, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
If we can do it now, they can do it. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, the marshmallows was
Man,
that was
It was cold.
Okay, as Irving was put it, that was cruel.
It was. It was nuts.
And
I
then
know.
Batman, Mark Cherry's so good. Mark Cherry had another line in here that was just
Zach
so,
Cherry.
Zach Cherry.
Dylan is his character.
Dylan.
Oh,
he had
thank
another
you.
throwaway line that was so. I was laughing so hard. I can't remember what it was.
Was when they were laughing about the story.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
He just had. It was like a throwaway
I
line.
want to watch it again. That's all I got to tell you. I want to watch episode 4 again.
Yeah, like
That was
here's the
so
thing.
good.
Also, if you have the power to, sever someone's memory, you can probably induce hallucination.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Do they have?
Hallucinations.
If they have that power, then
We
the
should eat
little girl, what's her name, Miss Casey? No,
this case.
No.
no, Casey.
that's-
Casey is his wife.
That's his wife.
Yes, that's his wife.
Miss
Chang? No.
Chang.
I think it's Chang.
Chang.
Mrs. Ching Chong? No, that's racist.
Wow.
Anyway, that could be his wife, and they're just making them all hallucinate
Could
to
be.
see her as a little girl. That would be weird, but it's
Oh my gosh.
If that's the case, we do not need a sex scene where she's
No.
flipping faces. No.
No.
don't.
Nope.
No.
Why do you gotta go there, bro?
Nope.
Oh gosh.
On that note, I'm out of here.
Because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 went there.
Oh man.
Oh man, is that a segue?
No,
It's
I didn't
segue.
even bring up that story. I was following it, but yeah, there's a child
Get out while you can.
gay sodomy with children
Oh, gross.
in Kingdom Come Deliverance
Too
2.
late. Too late.
Too
You
late.
could have made it
Could've
out.
left.
Now you're
You
scarred
could've
forever.
We were already
That's
demonetized. I talked about what did I bring up in the first 5 minutes?
The first 5 minutes.
Serial rapists or something.
It was pedophilia
Oh,
for sure.
man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. I'll
Right.
try to hop on next week too for season 5 or for episode 5. Why do I keep
Yeah.
doing that? Episode 5. So
It's been
You-
super
you-
fun.
go.
Are you watching Invincible?
I am not. It's
pretty
good.
I did watch Silo though.
Silo's
I
fun.
have not watched Invincible. Not yet.
Yeah, I forgot that it aired this week, so I did not watch it either.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
See you,
Okay.
bye.
Bye, Steven.
What was
Now you're looking it up. I didn't.
Yes, I'm Googling child sodomy, David.
Oh, gosh.
No, I'm not looking it up.
Do you think they're going to bring back one of the other replacements for the MDR team now that Irving's
Yes,
gone?
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm betting. I want it to be the girl from
Yeah.
Arrested Development. But it's
I
probably
would
going to
put
be the guy that
No.
they had outside because
No.
they had the scene outside. It's like we've been here for 3 days. or
that's exactly why you don't bring him back. They're absolutely going to bring back
Maybe.
Arrested Development chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's disgruntled. Like you don't bring him back. He's funny. He'd be hilarious. But either one of them are.
It
They're
would
both
just be
very
funny because he was hired and then he complained about being fired and then he's back again. But that could be some funny dialogue. But yeah, I hope it's maybe whatever her name is.
Yeah, and man, I hope that's not the last we see of Irving because such a
Oh,
good character.
It's definitely not the last we see of Irving. We got to figure out what the heck
of
this
his
paint-
innie, maybe.
of his innie, maybe. But yeah, we'll definitely see more of his outie. I think they'll find a way to bring the innie back, probably permanently, because I could see him as one permanently changing to his innie self if that's a thing they could possibly do. Because his outie is depressing.
Was it American Primeval? Is that what that Mormon show is called?
Yeah, I think so.
American Primeval. It just came to me in my head.
Yep. There was also that other one with Mormon sister girl missionaries with Hugh Grant.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
Is it Hugh Grant? I think it was Hugh Grant.
Yeah, it's Hugh Grant,
Heretic.
Heretic.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I've heard it's interesting.
You know what I've heard is season 3 of The Wheel of Time is going to be fantastic.
That's what I've been hearing from nobody.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've heard this, David. Moraine is going to have 12 costume changes.
That's not enough costume changes. My wife watches TV shows purely for the costumes, and if there are not at least 15 costume changes, it's crap. Yeah, why does
the social media surrounding the show is even worse than the show itself.
Yeah.
It's so gross. And I get the argument is, well, you've never read a Robert Jordan book if you haven't fixated on the costumes. Sure, she's not a main character. Okay?
Yeah. That's the problem, is that she has been the main character. Her and Egwene have been the main character of all 2 and most likely the 3rd season too.
Yeah. Have you seen the stills?
Yeah,
it's all about lesbian Moraine and Swan Sanche. I forgot her name for a second.
Again?
Yeah. So retweet them kissing to scare homophobic people. This thing, it's not scary. It's just gross at this point. Like, it's... Also, what was super weird, Aldan commented on this post, and apparently one other person did. But it has 7,000 views, and when I commented, it had 5,000 views, 100 reposts, and 1 comment from someone who's not part of the community.
Yeah.
So, are they all bots?
It's quite possible.
This can't look. 130 reposts, 500 likes, 7,000 views, and 2 comments.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
One of the comments is positive.
Also, there's 3 comments, unless it doesn't count your response.
Yeah, well, mine's a response to the other comment.
I don't know how X works.
It's all fake. No one likes the show.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about Bridgerton? Oh, Mark brought it up. Of course Mark brought it up. I've never seen it. Yeah, I don't believe you anymore, Mark.
I thought Bridgerton was a follow-up series to that other British show that I always forget the name of.
Downton Abbey?
Downton Abbey.
No, it's a different thing.
Yep.
Bridgerton is Downton Abbey, but it's Gossip Girl. That's literally the plot of it. Anyway, so this is actually a good take from someone who's a fan of the show. After seeing that bullcrap, I might get canceled for this, but some of the Wheel of Time fans' obsession and constant posting of Siwan Moraine content is getting way out of hand, and it's honestly concerning. It's such a minor thing, and y'all are out here acting like it's the main focus of the series.
Yeah, well, that's the point. They're making it. The showrunners are making it a huge deal, and
it's an important part of the show.
It's a side comment,
exactly,
in the book about their past.
It's literally confusing people. If I end up watching this show and reading the books because I see these lesbians, if I end up watching the show or reading the books, it's because I keep seeing these lesbians posted on my timeline, and I want to know more about them. Guess what? You're going to be really disappointed if you read the books. Because it's not a thing.
Yeah.
They both end up married in heterosexual relationships. Siwan is massively obsessed with her relationship.
Haven't gotten there yet.
You're right there. You've almost gotten there. She like
Yeah.
it's like almost problematic how I hate that word. It's a little bit problematic though.
Yeah.
She like becomes his slave. Okay, it's weird.
That is a little weird.
We're talking about the Wheel of Time, baby. It's not a show. It's not Best Gen if I don't bring up Wheel of Time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Bridgerton fan. I know a lot about things I've never watched. Okay. Okay. Never even seen an episode. Read faster. Ignore the wife and kids for sure. Yeah. So, have you seen these stills yet, David?
I haven't seen those ones. What the heck is that? Oh, I did see that one. I don't know who that is. Who's that supposed to be? Is that Matt under there? Please don't tell me that's Matt. That's Matt?
That's Matt in
Oh,
Tanchi.
no. Please, what? What?
So instead of sending Matt with Rand to Ruidion, which is arguably like one of the most important plot points for his character in the books,
Oh,
aside from the archways that you already skipped, right? He goes to Ruidion
yeah.
because of
Such a cool scene. Because of the arches, yeah.
It's where he gets his Ashindare. It's where he gets his scar. It's where
He's
he
already
gets
got
his
his
medallion.
Ashindare in the show, so why do they need to do that?
Because he
Oh
still
my
needs a
God.
medallion, and he still needs to be hung.
I
And
freaking
he
hate
still
this.
needs the prophecy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about the Daughter of the Nine Moons yet.
They've
He
done
doesn't
Rand
know
so
that he'll
dirty.
have to give up half the light of the world to save the world.
Oh, man.
So instead of going to Ruidion, he and Min are both going to Tanchico with the girls.
That makes no sense.
Min is supposed to be hanging out with Swan Sanche right now. And on top of that, he's in a dress.
Yeah.
For some
In-
reason.
And
There
whatever
is-
the hell that is.
There's no reason for him to be in a dress. There's no reason for him to be in disguise.
Yeah.
It's just emasculating. Avienda's in Tanchico too. Yes.
Also,
Everyone's in
all the-
Tanchico.
Why are there people in the back that have their eyes covered?
That guy's blind.
The
Oh,
other
wait.
guy right there. All
No,
the
you're
guys,
right.
all the guys have their eyes covered.
Some
That's not a
bull crap world building.
That's not a thing, is it?
You're right. I didn't know, but he doesn't. That's probably not a guy. It's probably a trans guy. So,
What the heck?
I hate this, by the way. Just
Yeah, that's
I
printed
can't make this-
patterns.
I
That
can't make this any bigger. Yeah, this is just a piece, a print from Hobby Lobby
yeah.
sewn into. You can literally see it's made by a sewing machine.
Yep.
Sewn
That's-
into a dress. It looks terrible, and it's of terrible quality, and you can see the creases.
Yep.
Everyone wears The guys too? Do the guys
Yep.
dress up like women?
That's not a veil, that's a blindfold. Everybody's wearing blindfolds. Yeah, it's also pants.
It's pants.
I hate
So
this look.
Matt is in a
everybody-
dress, but Nynaeve is in pants.
Yep,
Um,
good point.
so ugly. Like they're not even trying. Like the costume is so bad.
Yeah.
It's so garbage. Man.
Which that was one of the few things that this show had over Rings of Power is the costuming at least looked half decent. Rings of Power was absolute garbage.
Mhm.
But Wheel of Time, for the most part, their
It was
costumes
better,
look
but-
pretty good.
I hate this so much, man.
Yeah, that's awful.
These ones aren't. I mean, this is just Tanchi. There's apparently a lady with a bloody child who just stands there and wails all night for I don't know, in front of
Probably-
a guy's member. Whatever.
Probably abortion rights or some crap like that.
I have a feeling this guy's going to be like the main character of an entire episode for some reason.
Yeah, that guy's got a blindfold on too. What the heck is going on?
Her veil is a little too low. It's covering her mouth.
Oh,
see?
the guy with the top hat and the beard.
Yeah.
Got a big blindfold on. Or
I
maybe
don't know, man.
going over his nose. I don't know. I hate those look.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it's not this. Okay? Yeah, I hate this show so much. Also, they released a little video of Matt talking to camera in a nice little Hobby Lobby print shirt and a jacket as well. They're all paisley. They're really proud of this scene, but the one that I really wanted to point out, David, was this one. Matt in Tarvalin
is he using the horn as a
getting
flagon?
A sketch of himself blowing the horn with Rand and Perrin watching.
That is not his character.
You know how in the books they have to keep the whole thing a secret because if you want to use the horn, you have to kill the last person who used it.
Yeah.
And so they hide it for the rest of the books. Yeah, no, Matt is just flaunting it, getting a portrait of himself blowing the horn so that they can publish it. And everyone will know who to kill to blow the horn. And also, David, it's not just that.
Those swords look so fake.
He also uses it to pick up women.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, we already talked Severance. Now we're doing some news, and then we'll get into Invincible. It's shocking, though. They actually cast a good-looking woman for whoever this role is, but she's pretty. Anyway.
She's probably just a...
Oh, and he's going to play Maiden's Kiss. Yay. I can't wait. So great. I can't fathom why she's not playing Avienda, but...
Yep.
So retarded.
Exactly.
I hate this show. Anyway. Captain America's superpower is his empathy, David.
Is that so?
Yeah. I just wanted you to know that.
It's not his shield or his super strength or...
No, it's his empathy.
His American values.
Did you see the trailer?
No. I saw
it's garbage.
One of the teasers.
It's garbage, but I just wanted to show this fight scene at the end because it's really bad. Okay, they do a fight scene. He's been losing the fight this whole time, but now he's angry, and so now he's gonna win the fight.
First off, if you turn someone's shoulder around here, you have the first punch. He just turns him and waits for his other arm to punch him.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he turns him around and waits to get punched.
Yeah, and it's not the arm that's coming around; it's the arm that's turning away.
It's the arm that's being pulled.
Yeah,
look, he has that arm under control and gets punched by it. It's worse.
Okay, so he's subdued.
How do you think Captain America beats this guy in a fight, David? I'll give you 3 guesses.
Smacks him with the shield.
Nope.
He's got wings now, so maybe he throws him with the wings up and
nope.
Vaults him over the ceiling. No. Maybe he just trips him and walks away. You're not my time.
He humps him to death.
Oh dear.
Watch. I'm really glad that comment happened right now because I know you were talking about something else. But no. Captain America humps a guy to death. Watch.
What?
Watch.
What?
I've done MMA. I've done taekwondo. I've done jiu-jitsu. I don't even know what that was supposed to be because it's so bad. The only thing that could come possibly close is they are trying to depict an armbar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's where you make the elbow go the other way. Okay? And that happens, it can happen by thrusting, but you're thrusting on the elbow while securing it on both sides. Okay?
Yeah.
And then the elbow go pop as you can use your hips. It's typically done with your hips. You usually put your feet over the body of the other person.
Right.
And then
It's usually done on the floor.
bring your arm up between your crotch. It's very intimate. And then hold down the arm with your arm and then hip thrust and snap the arm in half.
Yeah.
That's not what happens here.
Yeah, he just
He just humps him.
pulls up the
Watch.
arm.
Also, it's going the wrong way. Even if he was trying to do an arm bar and you hump this way, guess what? That's the way your arm is supposed to bend.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he trying to dislocate his shoulder then or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's nonsense.
Oh, man. That looks pretty ridiculous.
Hey, Salty, I didn't see you in the chat. I'm not going to see it, man.
Yep. I was talking with some work friends, and they're like, I'm not interested in seeing this.
Oh, man. I can't. I mean, maybe it'd be worth it to see a guy get humped to death. Look, it's not. It's just the rest of the fight's really bad too. Apparently, there's someone else with wings. So because he's not the Falcon anymore, there's a new Falcon. This is a different person. I don't know. It's just so bad. I don't want to see it. Bad. And also,
Yep. That's the poster in China.
Disney is so racist. Before they've like cropped him out of the poster, you know?
Yeah.
Or put on Black Panther's mask. They've remasked Black Panther. They just turned him into an atomic bomb silhouette.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. It doesn't even look like his silhouette.
So so Disney is willing to be racist for money. And this is the same company that wants to lecture you on your morality. So
Yep.
something wrong with marketing. Man, there's not a week that goes by that I don't think about something wrong. Bing bang ow. We too low.
Nice one, Salty.
Is it wrong to want the Chinese poster? No. I mean, it's pretty hilarious, okay? It's not even, but it wouldn't do anything to, he's humping his chest or his arm. Like, there's nothing about that move that would do anything.
Yeah.
Except get you pregnant.
DEI America. Yeah.
Holy fuck, we too low. Bang ding ow. Such a good man. I want to meet the man who did that. That was so great. It cost him his job and it was brilliant. And they thank the Uyghur Muslim concentration camps in Mulan. Yeah, I know. Some people have a fetish. And mine is humping someone to death. Anyway. I don't want to watch this trailer either. Did you see the Rebirth trailer, David?
I did.
I think I was really excited because I knew you were going to be pissed off because once again they're completely ignoring the whole dinosaurs are integrated into the real world thing.
Yeah.
And
It also,
my favorite line, but the best.
It looks like they're forgetting the entire Jurassic World trilogy that happened before, though.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, right? Oh, World.
Oh,
but
the
the line from there's literally a line in this trailer that's these dinosaurs they were too dangerous for the original park.
Yeah.
So they put them on a special island. Guess what? That's Jurassic Park 2.
Yep.
These dinosaurs they were too dangerous.
Yeah.
They were even more dangerous than the ones from the first one. Only a strong female character can defeat these dinosaurs. So freaking garbage, yeah.
Yep.
Avatar 2. No, this is not a new island. There's still only 2 islands. They're going back.
I think it's the third island.
No, you need.
Is it really the second island that they're going back to from Jurassic Park 2?
And but there's new things there apparently.
Yeah.
But that have been there from the beginning. It's nonsense. It's really bad. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're running out of dinosaur islands. Yeah, it's stupid. Tokyo Drift, baby. Dinotopia. Yeah. Nublar. I think they said Nublar. I don't know.
No, Nublar is the original island.
Okay. I don't know.
What is the second one? Isla Sorna? I think Isla Sorna is the one from Lost World.
They said it's one of those.
Sorna, yep.
And also,
my wife would know. She loves Jurassic Park.
Also, there is a dinosaur with Down syndrome.
What?
There's a new dinosaur, and it's extra scary because he's got Downs. He's got like a round face. Here we go.
Oh, you're awful, bro. Yeah, what is that thing? Is that finally the dinosaur human hybrid that they've been wanting to do?
Okay. Is it a third island? There are 3 islands in the books? I don't know. It's just dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, especially after the last one.
I want to see Mission Impossible. That's the only movie I care about.
Yeah, for sure.
That Dino Big. Yeah.
It's just such a shame because how do you screw up dinosaurs, man? It flops so hard.
You turn it into an action movie instead of a horror movie.
Yeah. It could have been so good. Like the promise of the last Jurassic Park movie was post-apocalyptic zombies, but with dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. Well, the last one was about the last one was about crickets, David.
Yeah, it was about giant crickets. And
okay. I know you're not on X, David, okay? But we got to talk about Kanye West.
Okay. What's he done now?
You know the whole thing like half a year ago, maybe it was a year ago, maybe it was 6 months ago, where he started going like full Nazi.
No.
Yeah, he did a couple interviews where he's like, I love Hitler. He's like, I'm a Christian. I love everyone. I even love Hitler. Okay? And it was really weird.
Interesting. Okay.
So something happened this week, okay? And he went nuts.
Uh-oh.
Okay? He literally said, like, I'm a Nazi, a whole bunch of stuff, okay? I don't really enjoy Kanye, okay? I think some of his music is pretty good. I don't really listen to Kanye, okay? It was really funny. Okay? I think it was clear he was either drunk tweeting or just trying to be as offensive as possible as a joke. But some of it was really funny.
Hey, and lay it on me.
This was my favorite tweet. After saying, I'm a Nazi, he said, I love Hitler. And it's like 80 tweets, David. It's a whole bunch of tweets. This is one of the ones he ended with. And it's legitimately funny. Okay. I just want to preface, I don't agree. I'm not a big Kanye fan. But he tweeted out, "Call me Adolf Hitler."
What?
She still wants to get down.
Okay.
Because he's
Yeah.
he calls himself Yay.
Yeah. I got it.
It's pretty funny. And then we
If-
got
if
so we
you
got
say
so we got yeah,
Oh,
we got Adolf Hitler.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was he was on something, man. Or he forgot to take his medicine.
Or he lost a bet,
Don't do drugs, kids.
lost a dare, and he had to post a bunch of ridiculous crap. Yeah, that's insane.
And the other one that was like this has been just the craziest timeline of our generation. We got Elon Musk stuff going on at the same time. He's saying I'm a Nazi. But this one was also he had another good tweet that was really funny. I turned down 3 photos this week with kids with a Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchair.
Dude, what?
I don't know, dude. But it's funny. He's bragging about how many Make-A-Wish he's turned down.
That's weird, man.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
So I knew you needed to.
This is why you don't put your trust in celebrities, man.
Exactly.
Like there was everybody when he came out as, you know, converting to Christianity and moving away from the left.
Honestly, it's
like,
a good album.
Oh, Kanye's the best thing. I'm like,
it's a good album. I actually like that album. I didn't believe for a second that he was Christian.
Right. It's just weird, you know. But everybody just fell in line and like, I'm glad that, you know, he's moving away from the left, but I'm not, you know. Same thing with with PewDiePie. People were I had conversations with youth in church saying, "Oh, PewDiePie is amazing. He's done so much outreach and stuff, and he's just a good person to look up to. And I'm so glad he has a, you know, there's an example out there that we can look up to." I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good, but you don't want to put too much, you know, stock in these online celebrities. And then sure enough, a couple months later, all that weird stuff happened with his assistant, and things got weird. And
yeah, I'm the same. Look, it's hard to balance though, because like as a Christian, you want to be forgiving.
Sure.
You also don't want to let foxes in the hen house. So like, if people are genuinely willing to change, that's fantastic. But you don't start worshiping them for the change, right? You like
Exactly.
like it's the same. Everyone's like, "Oh, are you on board with Tulsi Gabbard and all and JFK Jr.?" Like, I like them, and I think it's really cool that they're changing. I don't know if I would trust them yet,
right.
Which is why I like that Trump is trying to give them smaller positions. So it's like, hey, you know, they are good at a lot of things.
Same thing with Mark Zuckerberg, honestly. He's been making some public statements, and I don't know if it's because Donald Trump won the election, but he's come out and did you see that interview or whatever? He said that the government was forcing our hand and making us remove things from our platform, and we're not going to let that happen again. I'm like,
she's no Sydney Sweeney.
Mark.
Look, man, that little strip of
the gray
blonde hair, gray hair it works, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Kanye divorced his wife because she was too sexualized, and then had his wife get completely naked for the Grammys.
Yeah.
She wore a dress. It was just cellophane, form fitting. It was literally she was naked.
Sounds about right for the Grammys.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, Kanye's crazy, but a little bit funny. Like I'm 90% sure he's trolling, and then he's I'm a Nazi. Just call
so
me Adolf Hitler, man. Like, come on, that's pretty funny.
I suppose.
And your girl
Yeah.
still wants me, you know? That's a funny tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about that at all. Jean Grey? I think Sydney Sweeney would make a fantastic Black Cat.
Ooh, yes. That's a good call. She would make an amazing Black Cat.
Here's another good one. One of his tweets was, "I'm God," and he got community noted, and the note was, "Ye is not God, the father of creation. In fact, he's barely a father to his own children." Elliot, is that you knocking on the door?
That's hilarious. Oh man,
Dude, you gotta go and read all his tweets. It's like, how does this exist right now?
Yeah,
it was crazy. You sent me this. No, I sent me this one. Okay, we're into Screen Rant's bad takes, baby. Hold on, I got a video for this, which we haven't played in ages, because I can't bear to go on Screen Rant anymore.
Screen Rants. Bad takes.
This was for episode 3, not episode 4.
Gotcha.
But Severance Season 2, Episode 3's Rickon reveal is a great reminder of something really weird about Lumen's non-severed employees.
About how Rickon is socially awkward and a strange dude?
What Rickon reveal?
I'm assuming they're talking about his book being reviewed for and edited for the Innies, I guess.
Right, but that's not
really
a reveal.
Yeah, that's not really a reveal.
That's not a twist. That's plot. That's something we also already knew was happening, kind of. The article doesn't have the answer to this either. It's just saying, hey, it's weird that they were already reading his book and now they want to have a different book, and there's 2 people and he's kind of 2 people. This article is horrible and I don't want to read it because it's bad. What reveal?
Yeah.
He had a book deal. That was a big reveal. Kobel and Mitchik also have their innies and outies. No, they don't. They're all one person. They may act differently.
Well, Kobel has a different name, but yeah. He's
sure
Selvig on the outside.
It's just nonsense. I hate Screen Rant so much. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay. This is great. This article just made me laugh so hard. Because if you don't know that there's a movie out right now called A Complete Unknown, it sounds...
I read that 3 times trying to understand.
It's just the worst. A completely washed up, irrelevant movie star, Ellie Fanning, reveals why Timothy Chalamet thought she was wasted, blackout drunk when they went and saw Bob Dylan together because she's such a washed up piece of human garbage.
Yeah,
she's starring in the movie A Complete Unknown, which is a movie about Bob Dylan being played by Timothy Chalamet.
Right. And I thought I was confused at that first bit too, but I was also confused at the second part where he said Timothy Chalamet was wasted at her first Bob Dylan show. I thought they were saying
it's horribly worded.
His casting was wasted in the role of Bob Dylan.
When I first read it, I thought that there was a Bob Dylan TV show that she also starred in, and it was bad, and she was wasted in it.
Yeah, that's
bad
wording.
They went to go see Bob Dylan, and Timothy Chalamet thought she was drunk because she threw up. Gotcha. But she's a completely unknown star, that Ellie Fanning. I was like,
He's only been popping up in like every movie lately.
How awful a headline is that?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. It was confusing on 2 or 3 levels.
I thought that was hilarious. So I'm glad that you had this same exact moment that I did.
That's almost as bad as your It commentary. Going back to all those It headlines.
My It bad takes. It what? This is great. This is great.
Trump rules out deporting Prince Harry.
This is a real thing. This is a real thing that Trump said, man.
Oh,
the full quote.
Poor
I don't
guy.
want to do that. I'll leave him alone. He's got enough problems with his wife. She's terrible.
That's hilarious.
This is somehow less insulting than that last article, though. Like,
Right. Oh man.
oh. Gotta love Trump, baby.
Oh boy.
And then the rest is making fun of Jared. We'll have to keep those ones to tease him about the tariffs next week. Oh, baby. Oh, it's been fun. What a fun. Oh, Super Bowl. Hey, the Kansas City came back and scored 22 points. But it was 22-40, so. Man.
Yeah. See, so they could have won if the other team didn't score.
If they could have, yeah,
anything.
you're right. Dave, they could have won if they had double their points.
Well, when we first checked in, it was 20-0 or something like that, right? Anyway. Yeah, don't care about sport.
It was almost 30-0.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's 27-0.
I didn't watch Invincible. What did you think of?
You didn't watch it?
They dropped 3 episodes. I totally forgot. I told you I forgot it.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Ingram X is not here because he likes that show. I'll have to message him. I can't talk about Invincible with anybody.
Just give me thumbs up or thumbs down or thumbs.
It's
kind
good.
of meh.
It's good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Episode 1 is that. Episode 2 is that. Episode 3 is that. It's really solid. I liked it a lot. There were a lot of parallels to season 1, but with different context that worked really, really well.
That's good.
I wasn't 100% sold on episode 2. There's a falling out, and it's kind of one of those where, like, why aren't you guys just talking like regular human beings?
Yeah.
And
that's frustrating when that's probably the most frustrating trope to me in TV shows and movies is when people just
my absolute
just
worst
talk
pet peeve,
to each other, all the problems would be solved. It's fantastic when they do talk to each other and they misunderstand, and that's wonderful. But anyway,
now and that's what they tried to do. Like, they are talking to each other, but they're not talking like regular human beings, and they give justification for it. I don't feel like it was justified enough. Like, for how much it escalates, it didn't feel justified to me. I understand both sides, that both have different positions. Like, I get what they were trying to do. It just didn't work for me as well. But I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not heartbroken. It's kind of like watching. It's actually very similar to the through lines in Captain America: Civil War.
okay,
Which I wasn't on board with at all. Them fighting until the very last scene where it actually gets personal, and it's like, oh, like, you killed my mom and dad. Like, them fighting at the end makes sense. Them fighting in the middle is really kind of stupid. And I felt the same with this. It was like, I get what you're trying to do, and I feel like it could have worked. It just didn't really work for me. But, like, it's not game ending because, like, it's fine. You know?
okay.
It just bothered me a little bit that, because that's the thing. Like, they presented two sides that were both good, and you could see why both by the two factions would be firm in their stances.
Right.
But there wasn't a good enough effort to try and convince the other side before they started fighting.
Gotcha.
It went from 0 to 100, and you're like, why isn't Cecil talking like a regular person? And you're like, he's been level-headed this whole show, and now he's like... So it's not the worst, because they both have good points, and it's a good scene. It's just there needed to be a little bit more talking.
Yeah.
Less fighting, more talking. And then the fight has more weight. That was me. I really liked a lot of it, though.
That's good.
Yeah, Buffy is getting it's a reboot, so it's a continuation. Everyone's coming back except the guy who wrote it. It's some woman in charge of the show, so it's probably gonna suck. I'm not, and that's not being sexist. Not that the woman couldn't pick it up. It's just I don't trust Hollywood. That's sorry. If it sounded like I was being sexist right there, it's not the case. I don't think it's going to be very good. and Joss Whedon is what made that show good. He's a dick. We can all agree on that. He's also good at making stuff. Can we agree on that?
And the taxidermied cat.
Taxidermy cat.
Pretty
What?
good. Sabrina's cat that was very fake.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm sorry. The other teenage magical show.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro.
A taxidermied cat, David?
Yeah.
I thought it was some kind of euphemism. Like,
Nope. I got myself mixed up.
yeah, that's the thing. Compared to Neil Gaiman, Joss Whedon, he was a mean director. Okay? He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I haven't watched all of Buffy, honestly. I would watch it when it was on, but I never had the capability to like watch it religiously, So I've never actually watched the whole show, but I probably should.
Yep. Same.
A Phoebe Buffett Vampire Layer. I could not get into Friends. I'd seen a couple episodes when I was a kid. I never thought it was funny.
Yeah. I had a friend try to get
I could not get into Friends.
I was like, this is not funny. But I don't know. Maybe I could get into it now, but
I've tried. It's not good.
No.
When our sister kept posting about Friends like every week, it was pretty cringy. I was like, I didn't think it was funny when I was a kid. I don't think it's funny now. I don't understand how an adult human could watch the show and laugh.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm a prude.
Some of those older shows are pretty good, though. Like, my wife and I started watching Cheers a while back. That was fun.
Frasier is like the greatest show.
Frasier's good. Everybody Loves Raymond. Again, those are more tame, but
yeah. Thank you. I agree.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother is a better Friends, and even that is kind of cringe now.
Yeah, I tried.
Well,
I tried 2 years ago rewatching How I Met Your Mother, and I couldn't finish the first season. It was pretty bad. I'm such a prude. I've got 10 kids. David has more kids than I do.
Yep.
Dave's got
You can catch up though.
11. So
5. I got 5 kids.
yeah. Yeah. Even then, like, try watching it now. Like, it's pretty cringy. It's so hard to get past a laugh track for me. Like, it's
I agree.
just horrible invention.
It did have a pretty bad ending. We've talked about this several times on the show.
Look,
It's
a laugh
not
track.
bad for the reason everybody else thinks it's bad, though.
It's not just the laugh track. It's the laugh track done in post
Yes. The fake laugh track.
is just bad. If it's a live audience laugh track, it's passable.
Yeah.
Man, oh
That's what it
man.
stemmed from, but Yeah, I do not like the laugh track. I think it extends the awkward moment far longer than it should be in natural conversations, right? If they just cut the laugh track out
Right.
and had the conversation be more succinct
Well, have you like
and let the jokes fall
have you
on
seen
their
the
own
clips
merit, it'd be
of
great.
like of the Big Bang Theory without a laugh track?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
No, it's horrible. It's awkward because they're like they
Well,
pause
It's because they
for
pause,
laughter where there was no joke.
right? But if you took that time out and just left the
I haven't seen
dialogue
that, but
be on itself, I think
I've
it'd
just
be a
seen
lot better.
them saying a thing and then pausing for laughter that just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I've watched MASH. I've watched episodes of MASH, but I've never like watched all of MASH. But it's a good show. I loved like Hogan's Heroes. I thought that was better than MASH.
That was our
But I was a little
mom's
kid when I was watching it. I'm
favorite
sure
show.
as an adult I would like MASH more. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Exactly.
Seasons 1 and 2 of MASH. I don't know. 1 and 2 of what? Anyway. Night Court, I've heard that's good. I've seen clips of the reboot and it's so bad. It's so bad.
I haven't heard of that. One.
Oh, baby. I haven't watched the Frasier reboot yet. I've actually heard good things, which gives me more reason to try it, but I've been terrified of watching the Frasier reboot. Because I don't want that scarred for me. Because I love Frasier. Anyway. Erie, Indiana. I've never even heard of that. What is that?
I thought that was the town. They sing about Erie, Indiana in no, that was Gary, Indiana in The Music Man.
Oh my gosh, David. Erie, Indiana. It's a sci-fi show. What?
I looked that up.
It's yeah, this looks fun. Oh, Periscope. Wait, down Periscope. Isn't it
Oh yes, I did.
Isn't it Periscope down? It's a good movie.
Yeah, I think I did see the first episode.
No,
of
you're right.
Erie,
It's down.
Indiana.
It's down Periscope. Yeah, that movie's
was fun.
hilarious. Yeah, you're right. I was remembering it wrong. It's been forever since I've seen it, but yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, Erie, Indiana was fun. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone type of.
I was
weird
thinking Black
thing.
Hawk Down, which is a very different movie. Down Periscope.
Oh, my wife and I watched the first, I think, 3 episodes of that Mythic Quest.
Yeah,
It was fun.
dude, I told you it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It was really good. I didn't think my wife was going to enjoy it, but she
I didn't
laughed. It
think
was
I
good.
was going to enjoy it. Mythic Quest is good.
Yeah, it's really good, and it immediately, like, all the characters are amazing.
Yes.
I love every single one of them. The best one is David's assistant. Chick.
Yes.
He's so good.
David's
Freaking love her.
assistant who doesn't assist David ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all the characters. They're
Operation
amazing.
Avalanche.
yes.
I'll put it in the chat.
But yeah, it's amazing how quickly they fall into their roles. And like compare it to Animal Control, which I still really like.
But it took a lot longer for those characters to feel comfortable.
To fall in, yeah.
Yeah.
But man,
and
that's from episode one, you're
that's-
like, I freaking love these characters.
That is a very common trait in all sitcoms. Like where the first season is a little bit awkward, and then the actors find their grooves and they
Yeah.
find the purpose for their characters, and it becomes more comfortable. Mythic Quest is just it's
hit off
from
the
episode 1. Everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
It's incredible, actually.
And it kind of falls into that easily because it's a business and they all have specific jobs to do in that business, right? So that certainly helps. But yeah, they all feel distinct. They all have interesting personalities, and I love all the commentary they do. We just watched
flashbacks.
I think it was episode 2 or 3 with the Nazis. They said our game is #1 game played by white supremacists. It's like, oh gosh, this is wonderful.
And the solution's so great. It's a great show.
Great.
Dude, I can't wait for you to get to episode 5 and just be like, wait, what the crap is going on?
We paused it on their storyboard. That they had their whiteboard filled with all the other possible people that they might want to ban.
It was the
Mormons
bracket,
was on the list.
The bracket of who do we ban? Yeah,
yeah. Mormons was on the list. We're like, oh, that's really.
The best thing is they do it for like 3 days straight, and then it ends with, well, yeah, Nazis win. We should definitely ban Nazis.
Yeah.
Why did we even do this? Of course they were going to win.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was just fun pausing that and reading all the things. They had like vegans, and then they had meat eaters underneath it, and then they had all sorts. It was great.
I'm liking Animal Control, but Mythic Quest is better for sure.
Yeah.
IT Crowd is hilarious. It's a great.
IT Crowd is fantastic. That's another show that I need to get back to because I've only seen random shows here and there. I need to finish IT Crowd.
It's been done for like 15 years.
I know, and I've never watched it all.
Dude, that's like one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little bit, the season 1, it doesn't have the same problem where the characters haven't found their groove yet. Season 1 is just a little bit cheesier, and it's always cheesy, it's always corny, but like the jokes get more mature. Yeah. After season 1.
Sure.
Dude, there are moments in that show that are like you will pee yourself.
Yeah. I really need to watch it because I'm technical support guy. That's what I do for my job. And I still haven't watched all of it. I've watched a good chunk of it, but
their boss, both of their bosses, which I don't want to spoil. not the lady, the head of the company.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. There's a scene. He finds it. He's going through his desk. Oh, look, a gun. I wonder if it's loaded. It's so good. Father. IT Crowd's hilarious. I can't believe you haven't watched it.
Yeah, I really need to. It's been on my list for a long time.
The gay musical. Is which show are we talking? Is this IT Crowd or I don't remember that. The gay musical. It sounds like vaguely familiar. I don't want to Google gay musical though. Musical. Right. I'll have to rewatch that. I should probably rewatch that show because it's worth it. That show ended weird. Like it.
Which IT?
Yeah, the IT Crowd. I don't remember the ending super much. I just remember being like, oh, it's over. That's sad. I'll have to rewatch the gay musical. Oh, it's called Gay, a gay musical. I need to rewatch the IT Crowd, apparently. So. Yep. Sounds good. I guess there's nothing else we can talk about. Roy pretends to be disabled. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. What's the entire episode about menstruation? The Aunt Irma has come to visit or whatever. There's just some golden stuff in the IT Crowd.
Yeah.
And the cast is phenomenal. So.
Yeah. That's who I wanted to play the next Doctor Who is the IT guy.
The curly guy?
Yeah, Richard Ayoade.
He's too nerdy to play the Doctor.
Dude, the Doctor is a nerd. He'd be hilarious.
But you also need maybe
you
need gravitas though.
Yeah, he is kind of a quieter, more subdued nerd than Doctor's always been a.
He's hilarious on like Countdown and stuff, but
yeah. I wasn't the only one, man. There was lots of people that were gunning for him to be the next Doctor.
I guess I've never seen him in a serious role.
Yeah,
and I would need to see that first. But he's great at being funny.
Yep. Anyway,
Well, apparently we can't talk about Invincible, and boy, there's a lot to talk about.
sorry.
I'll have to make sure that
I'll
that
watch
Mike,
it.
joins us next week because
And I'll watch it, and we'll talk about four episodes. So
Anyway, there was no animal control this week because it took a 1 week hiatus.
good. Thought I missed it.
No, they took a week off.
Next episode better be a banger.
Yeah,
They've been really good, man. Been
been
fantastic.
pretty funny.
I've been loving the
Okay,
assistant
yes,
lady. Just
and Conan,
fantastic.
yes. I could probably do Monday or Tuesday. I could. David, you want it? You could.
I could do before 2:00, maybe.
If we do like a noon.
Yeah, maybe. Not Monday though. I've got to go donate plasma for some extra cash.
I can do that, or we could do an after. We could do. It'd have to be a midnight thing. That's when Mark gets off work.
Be after
So-
10.
Let us know if you want to try and do it
Well,
on Tuesday, and if not, then we'll do it on the weekend.
Off tomorrow and Tuesday.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, maybe we'll do something at 10 o'clock or something. 10 o'clock Mountain Time.
Well, it's
That
good
work?
timing because the stream's going to be over now. So, yeah, we could do something in the morning. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
10 o'clock. I might have kids interrupting it, but we could play for sure. I haven't played in 2 weeks, so
I haven't played
need to
in
play.
a month and a half.
We'll
Oh,
get on
well.
Conan. Hit me up
Cool.
in a DM. We'll play. I've got my kid's computer right there. Building.
Nice.
Oh, it's really cool. I did a mini ITX build. It's the size of my hand. It's tiny.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
So I can take it upstairs and play on the TV if we want. But that's going to be so that my son will stop screwing around on my computer and messing with all my settings.
I need to do the same thing here. Every time, dude, before this stream, I
Minecraft. I want to play Minecraft. I don't like
have-
playing Minecraft on the laptop because I can't download all my mods.
I'm crazy.
David just disappeared. He just nuked his computer. Let's see if he comes back. If not, we'll have to end on that cliffhanger. He might have just reset his whole router or his computer accidentally. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. It's been super fun. I'm a fan of the new camera angle. No glaring light in the corner. You can see more of my floor, which will also encourage me to keep the room clean. I think it's working. What was that? You're really excited for?
I'm just saying, I'm really particular about. I'm trying to get it around my thing, and I accidentally clicked the back. I use these track balls instead of a regular mice. But before the stream, this was missing.
Yeah.
and I'm on call this week, and I just got a call from work, and it was missing. I was like, where the hell is my thing? And I have another one over here. The other one was missing for the other trackball, and I couldn't find my spare mouse. I was like, I've got a call from work. Where the hell are my trackballs? And so we had to pause everything, and everyone looked for the trackballs that my daughter had hidden in her windowsill. But it wasn't her that took them. She just knew exactly where they were.
Look, I don't dislike trackballs. I actually enjoy a trackball for using a computer.
Mm-hmm.
But a mouse is so much better for gaming, man.
I disagree.
First person,
really like it for first person shooting, and I love it for editing. Editing is fantastic with the trackball, man.
Really, I feel like I've got way more precision with a mouse, and I grew up on a trackball. Okay,
Yeah.
Our daddy used a left-handed mouse.
Oh, that was the worst.
Our dad is not left-handed.
Yeah. He
But-
wanted to be more efficient because he had his right hand on the keyboard and his left hand on the mouse.
But both hands are on the keyboard when you're typing.
Right.
You can't type with one hand. So dumb. I don't understand.
I think it was because most of the time his right hand was on the number pad when he was entering taxes and that sort of thing.
That makes sense.
Because he had that one program.
He had math lab. Yeah.
Money Works or something like that he would do all of his bills in.
He did a lot of math programming too. So
yeah. Anywho. So yeah, that's it.
Anyway. Yeah. So next week we have. Let me just pull it up real quick. I think it's just Invincible and Severance.
Mm-hmm.
Or does Captain America drop this week? Don't care. Not gonna watch it.
Yep.
Baby.
But we'll have the public reaction to him, and the box office numbers.
Yeah, it's this week. Captain America drops this week, and I don't care.
Yep.
I didn't go see this movie, but my son did, and my wife took him. Normally, I take him to the movies, but Elliot went and saw Dog Man in theaters, and he loved it. He said, and I said, "How does it compare to the Super Mario Brothers movie?" And he said, "Super Mario Brothers movie is an 8 out of 10. Dog Man is a 10 out of 10."
Wow, that's high praise.
So
I know your son loved the Mario movie, man.
He loves the Mario movie, which previously was a 10 out of 10, but he loves Dogman more. And just congratulations to what's his name?
I know nothing about the film other than that it happened.
No, the author, what's the guy's
the
name?
Same author as
Dave Pilkey.
Same author as the Captain Underpants, right?
Dave Pilkey. Like, that guy has played his hand very well. Yeah, Tuesday, Conan, 10 a.m. Sure, let's do it.
Sweet.
I loved the Captain Underpants books as a kid. And kids love the Dogman books.
Yeah. I was a bit too old for them, but
haven't read them.
I enjoyed them too.
They're funny, dude. The Captain Underpants they're legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dogman books are even better. Did you know that statistic about the comic book industry, David?
What's that?
The Dogman comic books sell more than all of the other category comic books combined, like Marvel, DC, really independent.
Sad.
It's like 70% of the comic book industry.
That's really sad.
Is Dogman? No, because there's manga as well.
Well, manga's a different category.
Yeah, but
they don't even consider manga as a comic, right? That's really sad.
I do.
I agree. It's the same, but manga enthusiasts will say it's not a comic. Anyway, that's insane, man. I did not know Dogman was that popular.
It's huge.
I'm
trying to see if I can find.
Is Cat Kid by the same one? Because that's the same.
It's a spin-off with like a gender bent version.
Gotcha. See, my kids have read Cat Kid. They've had a couple comics of Cat Kid they got from the library.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same one.
But I don't think they've.
Man, where do I find the statistic? Comic book sales.
And that's crazy. It's not the same author as Diary of a Wimpy Kid, though, right? That's different.
That's different. Those are gangbusters too, though.
At least the first movie was. I haven't read any of the books, but yeah.
Man, I'm struggling to find where I found that statistic.
I don't know.
But I got it from an author, so.
What else has this guy done? Dav Pilkey.
Pretty much just Dogman and Captain Underpants, man.
And Cat Kid.
Well, yeah, but that's part of Dogman.
Well, sure.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. Super diaper baby. That's Captain Underpants too. He wrote one other book called The Paperboy.
Anyway, good on him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey, if it works, it
Yeah,
works.
it's manga, and Dogman sells so much more than Marvel and DC.
That's pathetic.
Mark's almost done with Dungeon Crawler Carl book 6. We're gonna do the book stream soon.
I started reading book 4 because I decided I was going to read the final Stormlight Archive book, but I'm sharing it Audible with my sister, and so she's reading it too, and it kept starting us off where the other one was. I'm like, forget it. I've got Dungeon Crawler Carl 4. I'm gonna read that one.
Every time Maria gets to a part that she doesn't like, she calls me. It's like,
yeah,
is this what you were complaining about? It's part of it. No, don't tell me. Don't spoil the rest of the. Like,
yeah. She called me too. Like, have you gotten to that part with the librarian? That was weird, and I was confused because I had left it on playing. It played without me, so I had skipped that part, and I went back.
That's the best.
Right
part.
after she talked to me and read the bit with the librarian and the Chul bits. Yeah, that was weird. Anyway.
Okay, here's from 2023.
Mark, I listen to books at 2 times speed, like 1.75 at the bare minimum.
Here we go.
But yeah, I need to read more.
This is from 2023.
That's 3 years old, man.
Yeah, but you don't. It takes a while to accumulate this kind of stuff. Okay.
Wow.
I overestimated a little bit. Okay. Manga is 25% of the market. Scholastic, which is just Dogman comics. Okay. 17% of the market. Dark Horse is selling more than DC and Marvel right now.
Wow.
Marvel is the bottom of the list. This is, I assume these are also mangas. Penguin Random House. I don't know what comic books they're publishing.
I'm not sure.
But look, Marvel plus DC together, the big names that everyone knows about, not even 8% of the market.
Yeah.
Dogman is selling twice as much as them. And Dogman only has like 10 books.
That's pretty sad.
But they're so good, they're still outselling. When was the last Dogman book made? Look at this. Dogman book. Look, there's 9 books.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Scholastic also
versus
does,
how many comic books that have come out?
yeah. Scholastica also does the Wings of Fire series, though, and my kids have been getting into that. Both the
I've
novels
heard a
and
lot of people like I've talked to a
comic
lot of
books.
kids who like the Wings of Fire. Yes, so
They've
that's
been
what
really
that's
digging
what
those.
that's what Scholastic is. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just looking at
But
what
look,
else we got.
like the last Dogman was in 2020, so a 3-year-old book is outselling all of Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. They've got a couple Minecraft graphic novels too.
I haven't seen anyone reading those though. I see Dogman in the hands of every kid at school.
Yeah,
They have like 30 copies of it in the library.
that's crazy.
I'm at the part in Oathbringer where Rock starts breathing Stormlight and Hober gets his legs back. Nice.
That's a good part.
It's a great book. I really wish that book 5 was worth reading.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I regret reading it. I wish I hadn't read Wind and Truth. Good. That's a good choice. So, isn't that
It's
just
so sad.
insane? Those numbers, right? Just the fact that manga, and I'm sure that these are also manga. So, 25, 30, 35.
Wow. Marvel's at the bottom of the list. That is sad.
Imagine, you know, we started from the bottom. Now we're here. Imagine starting from the top and just pissing all over your own legacy,
Yep.
so that you're literally at the bottom.
Yeah, that's sad and pathetic. But also, we could have told you so.
The top selling books. Dogman, 1,000 Fleas. Is that even the last one? It's not even the last one. That's from 2018.
Wow. And that was 2022?
That was the top selling
2023.
1,000 Fleas Under the Sea. That was the top selling one, and then some Cat Club comics.
A 5-year-old comic is the
This is
top-selling
then we got Wings of Fire 6. I've heard a lot of kids like those.
Yeah,
Mary Ann's
both my
Bad
kids love
Luck
it.
Mystery Babysitters Club. They're doing comic books. That's cool. Dogman, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Also
That's also
Scholastic.
pretty big.
The Action Bible.
Yes, dude, the Action Bible's great, man.
The Bible is outselling Marvel and DC, baby.
Yeah, we just got the Action Bible for my son for this last Christmas, and he read the entire thing in
Look,
a month and a half. It was great.
not a single. It's all Scholastic. This is what kids are interested in. Dogman comics instead of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
How pathetic do you have to be?
That's pretty sad.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they're propped up by USAID too. So
Yeah.
look forward to them just completely
That's a good
becoming
point.
non-existent in the future.
Yeah, how many hedge funds have been donating to their hiring and writing practices?
Anyway, so that's cool.
Wow.
The Bible. Imagine more kids want to read the Bible than Spider-Man. Okay?
Yep.
I'm a Mormon. I'm hyper-religious. I was definitely reading more Spider-Man than the Bible when I was a kid. Okay? I don't like that art style, but congratulations, Babysitters Club. Yeah. And I've heard it's great. Elliot loved it, so. Anyway.
Nice.
Crazy. So yeah, if you take manga out of it, this would be more like
Scholastic's number one.
70%, right?
Yeah. And again, Dark Horse and Penguin, those are other brands that you've heard of before. But what the heck is Seven Seas and HarperCollins? They're still beating Marvel.
That's a press company. I don't know what comic books they have.
Yeah.
I've heard of HarperCollins. I don't know about
I haven't heard of
Seas. Press. Comics. I don't know.
HarperCollins.
Let me guess. Manga? Yen Press?
Probably.
Solo Leveling? Yeah, manga. Okay.
Okay. HarperCollins does Wing Bearer. That's another series
Manga.
I've heard of.
Okay. So manga is 35% of the market.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a disgrace.
Yep. That is sad.
These are their best selling stuff. None of it's new. It's Batman Year One, Sandman, Watchmen.
Yeah. Batman 89. That's the comic book that's based on Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh, so pathetic. Spider-Man. No one gives a crap about
Yep.
Marvel.
It's again
Spider-Man is propping up Marvel just like college football teams prop up entire athletic departments.
Yep.
How sad. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week when we talk about Severance and hopefully Invincible if David ever gets off his butt and watches it.
I'll go watch it. I just forgot it was this week. Yeah.
Yep, our mom did that too. She read half of the Harry Potter books, and then we had to start reading those on our own because she would take way too long.
Yep.
What was the other books?
The problem is she would read them to us at bedtime, but then when one of us fell asleep, she had to stop, right? So you were always falling asleep.
It was not me.
It was totally you. I was like, Mom, keep reading. I can't. Alan's going to miss it.
It's not even true.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
That was the main one
she
that you watched. There was one like murder mystery thing that was like the first big book that she read to us. Some random books that she picked up from the library, and it was like this whodunit mystery. Where do you remember that one?
You don't remember what it's called, do you?
I don't remember what it's called. It's a whodunit mystery where the kid totally thinks that his sister killed somebody and wrapped him up in a rug or something like that, and the whole thing was just a misunderstanding. But all the evidence pointed to the sister, and you're like, what is going on? This is so cool.
I don't remember that book at all.
You remember that?
No.
That was the first book that she read to us on and on. She started when we went on a road trip.
Explain the whole plot. It was a murder mystery.
I don't remember. It was a brother and a sister.
Well, I remember reading The Phantom Tollbooth.
No, that
brother and a sister murder mystery. Everyone thinks the sister did it.
Yeah. Like he was wrapped up.
That doesn't even ring a bell in my head.
Are you serious? This is such a vivid memory in my mind. But you're right. Phantom Tollbooth was the next big book.
Maybe I was too busy sleeping.
That's what it was. You kept falling asleep first, and then we couldn't get the story finished.
Murder mystery where everyone thinks the sister did it.
Yeah. It was a fun kids book. It was all lighthearted, you know.
Sounds lighthearted.
Yeah.
You know, a book's fantastic. Not really a book that you read, but this was definitely hands down my favorite book that we had when we were kids.
Oh, yes.
The 11th Hour.
I got a copy of this book that I found at a thrift store for my kids, and they do not appreciate this book. It pisses me off that they don't understand how great this book is.
This book is incredible. It's
the whole thing is a story.
It's like a murder. It's a murder mystery story, like a I Spy, all mixed together
with hidden codexes and
it's
stuff.
Literally
it's
like
amazing.
Like you have to decode hidden messages to figure out
the artwork
who ate the food, right? They're planning like a big dinner, and while they're outside doing a party, someone sneaks in and eats all the food, and so it's a murder mystery. Who ate the food? Who was it? And there's a detective mouse or something like that trying to solve the mystery, and there's literally a sealed portion of the book that you don't open until you think you have the answer. Like it's so freaking good.
It's amazing. My favorite codec, and all of they do different things on every page, which is fantastic. But my favorite one was there were some drapes that were going down, and if you tilted the book sideways,
you could read the words.
You could read. There were words hidden in the drapes. They were
this
all
book
vertical,
is
stretched out.
So
letters.
good. In fact,
It's amazing. It's so good. You can borrow my copy, man. My kids never read
There's
it.
a paperback cover. You don't want a paperback cover. You want a hardcover.
You need a hardcover because you need to protect that. If the pages get warped, you can't really use it much anymore. But yeah, fantastic book, man.
I'll just buy it right now.
It was so good. I remember because you could still read the book as a story. It's fun. It rhymes.
It's a good story too.
Right.
And also, there's a mystery like hidden in it. You have to decode the whole thing. It's crazy.
It's such a good book. He also, the same author, does that other book that's recommended there, Animalia,
and The Watering Hole. I haven't read either of those.
It's more just hey, there's hidden things in these pictures, and you need to find the animals. Not nearly as good or
as intricate
as exactly, but it's still fun. I don't know what that one is. The Watering Hole.
It's kind of the same thing.
But yeah, the 11th Hour, fantastic. Cannot recommend that enough. But yeah, we would spend hours, because we did not want to open that sealed portion until we knew, and we would spend hours and hours.
And they're straight up like
every single page, and then you'd go back and you're like, "Oh my gosh, there was something we missed on this page. There's an extra clue hidden somewhere." It was so good.
Well, there's there's red herrings too. Literally, one of the clues spells out red herring, and I'm like, "You jerk!"
And our mom had to explain what that was. It was like, I don't. Why is it? What's a red herring?
We're like, how come this isn't giving us the answer that we want? It's because a red herring is a fish. That's not helping, Mom. What does a fish have to do with it? Look, well, it's.
Yeah, it's so good.
What a fantastic! Why would you want a paperback cover?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to keep that in pristine
condition. I guess if it was like big paperback, but
yeah.
Nah, you want this.
Hardcover's the way to go for sure.
Beautiful. Might just buy it right now.
It's
anyway
so fun.
Well, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. More Severance and more Invincible than you got this week.
Yep.
And we definitely won't have seen
Captain America
Brave New World. Can you believe they actually called it New World Order?
Yeah.
Before they switched. It's a really good thing they switched now with all the corruption getting exposed.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
not better. His superpowers is empathy, baby. So on that note, empathy this.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride. I'd buy that for $1.